Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? So, welcome to another WNBA live play-by-play, I should say. Geez, I can't speak. My apologies for that. But, so today, man, semifinals of the first game of the semifinals between the Seattle Storm taking on my Las Vegas Aces. And, I think these two teams, have matched up before in the regular season. Obviously, the Aces has swept the season series in their three matchups against each other. So I think overall, these two teams should know what makes these two teams tick. A lot of things that I can see that might happen, like if the perimeter defense, especially for Las Vegas, isn't there, players like Stewart can kill you on the outside. Definitely Tina Charles. We've seen Tina Charles even when she was with the Mercury, can kill a lot of teams from the outside. So that's something I think the Aces got to keep a close eye on. What's good, Liam? What is good? Let me get the scoreboard up and going. So, which is crazy too. They actually did talk about in the pregame that the first player, that's Sue Bird, obviously you made first ballot Hall of Famer at might I add too, coming out of the WNBA. It's not being faced Becky Hammond in her first WNBA game, which is crazy to really think of. But before we get into it, if you guys are new, definitely smash the like button. Hit that subscribe when you guys are new. Definitely share out the content. Every little bit helps. And we're getting ready for tip-off here at the Michelob Ultra Arena, and it is rocking. And the tip-off has won by Las Vegas, and we're officially underway. Looks like we got Chelsea Gray now taking it up here for the Aces. Shout out to the 6 that's coming in. We got Gray with the pass back from Wilson. Locked on by, it looks like, no, that can't finish it. That's going to be a turnover on Las Vegas. Now we got Charles inbound into Sue Bird now taking up for the Storm here. Now Bird. Now hands off to 24. She opens up a 3. Down it goes. Oh, Lord. See, that's what I'm saying. Poor perimeter just couldn't close out, and Talbot comes up with a steal. It's going to be a one-on-one fast break and gets back to go for 2. Now it's an easy 5-0 run for the Storm here in the first quarter. So now we got Plum. A nice pass to Stokes, and she gets set to fall for 2. So nice inside layup by Kia Stokes on the assist by Kelsey Plum. Now we got Lloyd. Now Lloyd with the handoff. And we get a foul on the floor. So Las Vegas can miss the first foul of the game. That's going to be on Plum.
That's information that she can log. Coming off of that ball screen, coming off of that handoff action, now she felt the trap. So
Talbot now inbounds to now hands it off to Bird. Or I'm sorry, that's Stewart. Now hands it to Stewart. Stewart to the paint. Locked up by Wilson. Tough shot. Can't fall. Rebound goes to Kia Stokes. Now hands off to Chelsea Gray, who's now runs leading the point for the Aces. Now Gray kind of looks like she got put the brakes on. Tina Charles with tight defense on Greg. Tough 2. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. Good Lord. Now the Aces cut it down to 1. Now we got Stewart. Now hands off to Lloyd. Now Stewart sets the screen, but I couldn't. Now gets the handoff, but now kicks it up to Charles. Charles on the outside, locked on by Wilson. Spin, shoots, tough 2, and that's good for 2. So now it's cut back to a 3-point lead. Of course, the Seattle Storm. Shout out to the 8 that's coming in. And Plum looks like she'll draw the contact. And that's going to be a first on Sue Bird.
I really enjoyed talking to head coach Becky Hammond today about Chelsea Gray and about how sometimes you have to have survival skills when you're not the most athletic and you don't have the quickest step.
And we got Plum underneath the basket. Good. Can't get that layup to fall. That's unfortunate. Now hands off to Bird. Bird splits the defense. It gets blocked by Kia Stokes. And Stokes stepped out of bounds, and that's not what you want. A good defensive play turns into nothing for the Aces.
Kia Stokes coming in, using her length on the defensive end.
Yeah, her back heel kind of did step out on the back on the baseline. That's a very unfortunate. And that layup is good for two for Brianna Stewart. That looks like we got Gray. I guess a set screen. She pulls up for three. That's a bit strong. Rebound comes down by Tina Charles. Now we got Talbot now run to the point here. Now hands off to Julie Lloyd. Lloyd draws double team, gets to the Charles. Charles now hands off to Talbot. Talbot to Charles in the paint. And that can't fall, but rebound gets. And Charles is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Good Lord. That's Tina Charles for you. She knows how to fight for the offense for the boards. And that'll be the first personal on Asia Wilson. So Wilson commits her first with seven minutes to go here in the first quarter. And the first free throw is no good by Tina Charles. And 1 and 2 for Tina Charles. Now we got Jackie Young now leading the offense here for the Aces. Under 7 to go. Young gets a screen set by Plum. Kicks it out to Plum. Wide open three. That is too strong. But Charles comes down with the rebound. Now hands off to Sue Bird. Bird kind of sprinting her way. And hands off to Talbot in the corner for 3. And Vegas takes a timeout here with the Storm now up 9 over the Aces. Oh boy! So, kind of give a few thoughts here. Like I said, the Aces are having a hard time closing on the perimeter. We saw that. We seen Talbot hits a 3. We saw Brianna Stewart hit 1. Plus, I mean, you got to think too, like, you got to be better on the offensive boards too, because if you don't do that, because we see, I mean, and saw it here, like Tina Charles can beat you on the offensive rebounds, and shit, and it's the same thing with her. If you leave her wide open for a 3, like from behind the arc, she can beat you time in and time out. It's like the Aces are right now are playing very sluggish, something that I don't see a team like the Aces. Like, this is not the style that the Aces usually would normally play. Now, a lot of times you will do that against bad teams like the Indiana Fever and the Minnesota Lynx. Just a couple, but the Seattle Storm, you don't want to take this team too lightly too, because another fellow competitor in the Western Conference, which also has turned out to be been a bit of a thorn in the side for the Aces, even though the Aces has swept them in the season series against them. But yeah. So right now we're in the timeout break. But shout out to the 7 that's coming in, though. Appreciate everybody coming in. Really do. Actually, shout out to the 8, though. Really appreciate everybody coming in. Welcome to some WNBA playoffs. And then later tonight at 7, I will be live once again for the Atlanta Braves and St. Louis Cardinals matchups. You guys do not want to miss that as well. Live on the Philly Sports Top podcast channel as well. But yeah, all right. Shout out to the 8 though. 5 from my YouTube page. I greatly appreciate it. Really appreciate everybody coming in on this beautiful Sunday. And here we go. Out from the timeout. I don't even care at this point. And Stokes on the outside trying to look for some open help. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson pulls up for 2 from the free throw line. That can't fall, but Charles comes up with a rebound. And they got Sue Bird. Now hands off to Charles. Now hands off to Lloyd. And gives it to Charles again. Locked on by Wilson. And that can't fall, but rebound goes to Kia Stokes. Now, and Chelsea Gray now leading the offense here for the Aces. And now hands off to Wilson. She pulls up for three. That's too strong, but rebound goes to Sue Bird. And Sue Bird kind of leading the charge here for the Storm. Now it kicks it out to Charles. Now to Talbot. Wide open three. That's too strong. But rebound goes to Kelsey Plum. Now she's leading the charge here. And under the baseline she goes Plum. Goes around and gets blocked by Brianna Stewart. They got Bird. Thought about pulling up for a three. Now hands up to Lloyd. Lloyd to Charles. Back to Bird. Wide open three from Sue Bird. That's no good. Rebound goes to Kia Stokes. And here comes the Aces. Now we got Chelsea Gray leading the point here for Las Vegas. And that we got a foul on the floor. That's going to be a second on Sue Bird. Oh, boy. Shout out to the 10, though.
Early minutes for Breon January as Bird looks like she's going to check out.
Looks like Bird, yep, so Bird's going to check out.
Maybe a little bit with the right hand?
I don't think so.
Looks like we got Raquana Williams.
Just a big height mismatch.
Pulls up for three. That is too strong. And rebound goes to Stewart. Hey, what up? Bird underneath them. Under the baseline, she pulls up for two. That's in and out. And Stewart with the offensive rebound. And to Talbot to Charles, open three. That's too strong. But Jackie Young comes up with a rebound for the Aces. So the Aces got to caught a breaker in. Looks like, and that's going to be off Las Vegas, and that's going to be another turnover.
Absolutely, and for Vegas, Becky Hammond has talked about how things need to come from their defense. So can you put a string of three stops together and get moving on?
So now we got Stu Bird now leading up here, crossing the half court. So far, 0 for 4 from Las Vegas from three. So Stewart pulls up for two. That's in and out. Wilson comes down with a rebound. Now hands it off to Kelsey Plum, now leading the charge here for the offense. Now hands off to Wilson. Wilson now kicks out to Stokes. Wide open three. That is too strong. Rebound goes to Stephanie Talbot. Now she's taking it up for the Storm. Now hands off to Bird. Stewart sets a screen. And Bird now to Charles. Charles locked up by Stokes for two. That's going to go over the backboard, and that's going to be out. That's going to be a turnover for Seattle. With under 4 minutes to go here in the first, with a 9-point lead for the Seattle Storm. So now we got Jackie Young to lead in the charge here, crossing that court. The hands off to Wilson, now to Stokes. Looks like Charles is respecting Stokes from the outside because Stokes can shoot the three-ball well. And Jackie Young to Raquana Williams. And Talbot with a block, and that's going to retain. So Talbot with a block to stop for a wide-open three off Raquana Williams.
Talbot coming out. You know Raquana Williams is a shooter. You know she loves that corner three. High extension. Stephanie Talbot coming in.
And Raquana Williams now hands up to Kelsey Plum for three incomplete, and that's going to be an air ball. 3.5 to go here in the first. Still, the Seattle Storm holding 9 over the number 1 seed, Las Vegas. Now looks like we got Joey Lloyd leading the charge here. Now hands off to Talbot. Now to Stewart, I should say, and Stewart will draw the contact and going to go to the line for two. Well, if Seattle can keep shooting, I wouldn't be surprised if between the 70 or 80 point mark. Because let's be real, but that's just all I'm saying. Because with the way that the Storm, and based on what I've seen out of the Storm and the Aces so far in the regular season, so. But yes, the Storm has always been a thorn in the side for the Aces. So Seattle down a 10-0 run. Jeez. I should tell you how, man, Las Vegas is ice cold. Wilson gets blocked by Stewart. That's her second. And Lloyd looks like she gets blocked from behind. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be in the favor of Las Vegas. So it looks like we're going to have Wilson checking out, and she's not happy. So we got Williams now taking up for the Aces. Now trying to find some open help. Now hands off to Jackie Young at the corner. Young kicks it out. Stokes for three, and down it goes. Finally, the first three made by Las Vegas. So it's now 15-7, still leading with the Seattle Storm. So we got Charles trying to find an open teammate. Now hands off to Sue Bird. Bird now hands off to Lloyd. Lloyd bounce pass to Stewart for two. And down it goes for Brianna Stewart. Yo, what up, Mike? What up? And we got Gray to the basket and going to the line for two. Complete the three-point play. Oh. Shout out to the 20 that right now. Appreciate it.
It led to a three. This time it could lead to three the old-fashioned way. Chelsea Gray, the way that she uses her body to protect the basketball.
So looks like Sue Burr is going to take a little bit of a breather on the bench. And that's free throw is good. Now it's a 7-point lead. Looks like we got January on the floor for Sue Bird. Now she's taking the charge here. Now hands up to Lloyd. Lloyd to Charles. Now hands up to January. That's Talbot. Talbot around the paint. And that's good for two by Stephanie Talbot. Now it's back to a 9-point lead for the Storm with the under end, just barely over a minute and a half to go here in the first. And Stokes. And that gets picked by Jewel Lloyd. And here we go. Lloyd for three. Down it goes for Jewel Lloyd. So a 12-point deficit goes the Aces. That is 4 turnovers by the Aces. Good. That's another thing I'll talk about. It's always been my nitpick with it. And Young for two. And it looks like we got a foul on the floor with 1:04 to go here in the first. There'll be 2 free throws coming for Jackie Young. But I will say, too, like they said, the 4 turnovers, for as good as the Aces are, that should not happen. That's just poor taking care of the basketball. So now the first free throw is good by Young, and we now are getting Asia Wilson now back onto the floor for the Aces.
Jackie Young went 25% from three last season to 43%. Has made 53s.
And the second free throw is good. Now it's turning them down to 10. Well, we got January now leading the charge here. Now hands up to Charles. Now to Lloyd. Now to, looks like Talbot. Back to Charles. Charles in the paint. And it looks like she gets blocked by Asia Wilson. Looks like McGregor in the paint. And that is good for 2. Damn. And Young. Now hands up to Wilson. Wide open 3. That's no good. And Jackie Young takes it away from Stephanie Talbot. Now kicks out to Young for 3. Down it goes for Jackie Young. 24-15 with just barely under 20 seconds to go here in the first. Hang on. Try to get the game clock synced. There we go. 4 seconds on the clock. McGregor, that's good for 2. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So Seattle taking a 26-15 advantage. Very outscoring, out rebounding, just out shooting the Aces. Yo, what up, normal guy? What up? Well, while we're now on the commercial break, going in before the start of the second quarter, kind of give like a first quarter recap. I mean, Seattle, the way that Seattle's been shooting, they're stomping on the throats of the Aces, and it's fairly frustrating for the Aces to really trying to get any momentum going. Like I said earlier, the Aces they're having a hard time closing on the perimeter. Now they're also having issues now trying to fight for the offensive rebounds because let's be real, you have McElgore in there. She's a good rebounder. Then you have Tina Charles still on the floor. They can beat you on the outside, and she can kick anybody's ass on the on the rebounding game. Like it's like if I'm not entirely too sure about that. You're gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that. Yo, what up? Really appreciate everybody coming in. Shout out to the 23 viewers coming in. From all the different platforms we're streaming on. We are coming to you live on the Spotlight Sports Network as well, and the Philly Sports Stop podcast. Because if you guys want to come check us out, all the links are down below. Where they're coming from the Spotlight Sports Network, you can check out all of our crew members out. Links down below. But yeah, like I said, the Seattle Storm just really putting the foot on the gas pedal against the Aces. Plain and simple. Hey, she's one special talent, though. I will say, Brianna's. You know what? See, I'll keep that comment up. Mo, man, I really appreciate it because a lot of times, people have their fair share of criticisms at the WNBA. Yeah, rightfully so. But I will say this too, and I don't even take the Seattle Storm for granted because, like I said, Tina Charles, it seems that Phoenix regrets letting her go, and she's playing probably the best basketball that I've seen her play. Sue Bird. Oh shit! Almost dropped my cat. Yeah, Sue Bird, definitely first ballot Hall of Famer. You have somebody, and let's be real, Rihanna Story. She's great too. And I think I think an underrated player on that squad is Stephanie Talbot. Now, a lot of times I feel like Talbot for me. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that should not be the Aces style. Because when I look at the regular season, the Aces know how to come out firing hot. Now there are some games that they did start to struggle, but it's like as a coach, like that should go to your mind. It's like you got to rip it, and that's. Fortunately, I would just rip into our players. It's like, what the hell was that? Like, and I even like I said, and I talked about this too. Las Vegas have a tendency to can't close out. So right now we're getting ready to start the second quarter. Now Seattle, and I'll take. We got Stewart now. I'm sorry, that's Stu Bird now. Hands off to Lloyd. To look at January, McElgore in the paint, locked on by Wilson, and that's a turnover by Seattle. Looks like Chelsea Gray picks the pocket. And gets it to Wilson in the paint. And Wilson, tough two, and that's good by Asia Wilson. Looks like now we got Sue Bird on the handoff by Charles. So looks like January on the outside. And there we got a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Las Vegas. I mean, shit. If you have players like Kelsey Plum, and I spoke highly of her because the fact that she's like players like her, like she may be undersized, but I mean she's one of those like spark plug type of players that can really make an impact for a lot of teams. Now Charles to the paint, and that gets blocked by Asia Wilson. Now we got Gray. Gray for two. Down it goes. Chelsea Gray. The Aces are now 26-19, under 9 minutes to go. So we got Bird to Charles in the paint, and down it goes for Tina Charles. Now we got Plum now leading the charge here.
first quarter.
So we got Kelsey Plum.
Wilson side as well. Great
Now gets some
activity
help
on
by
the unit.
to Repair. Now gets the handoff by Repair. Step back three. Kelsey Plum. That's a little bit short.
Plum is over
Willie January comes up with the rebound.
Epiphany Prince, the
Oh, not sure. That's
veteran
Epiphany
for
Prince. She goes on the baseline
Seattle.
to Sue Bird on the outside. Back to Prince.
Charles has the mismatch
Now back to
on
Bird. Back to Charles. Now draws a double team.
out of the double.
Now gets to Epiphany Prince. Wide open three. That is too strong. The rebound goes to Aisha Wilson. And now Gray to Jackie Young. Or so Raquana Williams to Wilson for two. That's no good.
Missed the mid-range, out of bounds off of Williams.
Oh, yeah. Ever since, Hamby went down with a knee injury, this team has not been the same. Because, I mean, I love Kia Stokes. Don't get me wrong. Kia Stokes is great, by the way. It's just like if De'Arca Hamby was in here, this game would have been a lot different. The score this team would play a lot different with De'Arca Hamby. But it is what it is. I mean, injuries tend to happen. So now we got, January to Stewart. Stewart from the free throw line to Burt, back to Stewart. Stewart locked down by Stokes. Stokes, tough defense on Stewart. Down it goes for Brianna Stewart. Good Lord.
As Brianna Stewart gets it to drop. Now, are they going to count the basket or not? Basket is good, and then there's a foul away from it against Seattle.
This is such a high degree of difficulty.
Man, what a shot by Stewart. Woo, that's a good shot by Stewart.
That's a shot Brianna Stewart practices before every game, too. A lot of times you see the drill of Kevin Durant.
So now, looks like 30-19 still lead the Storm because it looked like Seattle committed the foul away from the basket after the shot was good. Now we got Wilson to Plum. Plum through the lane. Up she goes. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Now it's down to a 9-point deficit for the Aces. Now you got Stewart to Charles on the outside to Lloyd. Looks like Epiphany Prince. And Prince to Stewart. Stewart drawing the double team on the outside on the corner. Kicks out to Sue Bird. Now to Drew Lloyd for three. That is too strong. But rebound comes down to Kelsey Plum. Now Plum leading the charge. Now she draws the double team. Tough two. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Now it's down to 7. So Kelsey Plum is 2 for 7 from the floor for 4 points. So now we got Charles. Now to Stewart. Now to Sue Bird on the outside. Back to Charles. Charles locked on by Aisha Wilson. Tough shot, but gets her own miss. And it looks like Chelsea Gray gets the pick. And that's going to be a jump ball between this.
Charles got another really good look at the rim.
Woo.
And give Asia Wilson credit for playing straight up. It can be so tempting to reach in or to foul. With those 2 fouls.
That's a very good point, too. And Wilson's got to be careful, too, because, once you get your third personal, that should be, that's like.
Lean in, try to get a block shot, maybe bump with your body, that discipline on the defensive end.
Shout out to the 29 that's in here, though. Greatly appreciate it. And Vegas comes up with the basketball. Here comes Plum through the lane. And cannot finish. We got 6:10 to go here. Now it's down to 7. Stewart. Now to Talbot. Talbot back to Stewart for 2. And she'll. Ooh. Well, I thought that was a foul. I guess not. So we got Gray to Young. Now to Stokes. Back to Young. Jackie Young. And she'll get tripped from behind by Stephanie Talbot. And we get a timeout on the floor. All right. I'll be right back. Oh, my God. Oh, sorry about that. Had to take care of a small thing, but shout out to the 32 coming into the stream though. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, shout out to the 34. Shout out to the 23 coming from the YouTube Facebook for the Philly Sports the YouTube page. So I greatly appreciate everybody coming for that. But yeah. Appreciate it though. I mean, yeah, Derek Hamby is one of those players that the Aces really do truly miss. It is those. It's what it is. And Brianna Stewart is just one of those players that she might be hard to stop. When she gets hot, she's hard to stop. That's all. I'll say that much. But yeah, shout out to the 31 here in the stream. But yeah, if you guys are new, welcome everybody for the. Like I said, for some WNBA playoffs. All right. Oh yeah. Like I said, man, doing the WNBA has been pretty fun this year, actually. Even though, and I have admitted to, I have been very late to the party when doing this. So, yeah, like I told people this too. It's going to be close. It's going to be close between those two. Don't. Like I wouldn't mind if it's Brianna Stewart because she's way too good, and that's shots tonight. So right now they're in Las Vegas at the Michelob Ultra Arena. Last time I heard that one of Seattle might be in concussion protocol. Talbot for three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Asia Wilson. Now hands off to Plum. Just barely under 5 minutes to go here. And Chelsea Gray almost turns that ball over, but managed to chase it back before it reaches in the backcourt. Gray looking locked down by Talbot. Talbot and cannot get that to fall. Offensive rebound goes to Kia Stokes and Talbot comes up with the basketball for the Seattle Storm. Damn. Absolutely. I mean, Tina Charles, she can beat your ass on the glass. That shot's no good. Now here comes Las Vegas, and Drew Lloyd almost taking that away from Jackie Young. Wilson in the paint and going to the line for two. Goes Asia Wilson. Gonna be 2 free throws coming. Gives me a chance to sync up the game clock on my scoreboard. I appreciate everybody that's coming in this afternoon. Like I said, I'm going to be live later on at 7 p.m. For some more MLB action, which I've been doing a lot as well, along with some WNBA. And the first free throw is good. Now it's down to a 6-point lead for the Seattle Storm.
Vegas team was historically good offensively this season, by far and away the best.
And free throw number 2 is good. Now it's down to a 5-point lead. So we got Sue Bird. Now hands off to Lloyd. Now to Stewart. Stewart now kicks up to, looks like Talbot in the corner. Now to Charles. Charles locked up by Wilson. Draws a double team. Tough shot. It looks like Charles gets blocked from behind by Asia Wilson.
The extension of Asia Wilson going straight up. A slightly risky play in going for the block, but it is absolutely clean. With
Absolutely.
Second block for Wilson, who has 2 fouls.
So looks like we got Lloyd going around. Now to Stewart. Tough. Wide open 2. Cannot fall. Rebound goes to Kia Stokes. Now giving up to Chelsea Gray. Now she takes it up for the Aces. Down 5. Chelsea Gray, tough defense, and that's still gonna retain. So Aces still retain possession. But yeah, appreciate everybody that's coming in. If you guys are new, definitely smash the like button, whether you're coming from the from the Philly Sports Podcast YouTube page or the Spotlight Sports Network as well. We are coming to you live as that, or check out all of our social media link down below. So now Young, now hands off to Wilson. Wilson locked on by Stewart. Tough Euro step shot, gets it to go. Now it's trimmed down to 3. for the Aces.
Seattle's largest lead was 12 in the first.
And Charles to Stewart. Wesley Stewart try to get some help by Charles on the try to get set to screen, but that can't fall. Or say that too, and that's good by Sue Bird. Now it's back up to 5 by Sue Bird. So better, just over under 3.5 to go, and that's the first points for Sue Bird. So now we got Chelsea Gray. Now Jackie Young coming to help on the outside. Now gets it back to Gray. Gray locked on by Lloyd. Now kicks out to Stokes. And Stewart with a block, and she's going to start her own fast break. And unfortunately, the Aces had to commit a foul. And that's going to be 2 free throws going to Brianna Stewart.
An incredible effort because that cut high from Kia Stokes was solely to get that high-low pass. Brianna Stewart absolutely saves it. Look, Asia Wilson wants the ball down low. Brianna Stewart's high hands with the steal, activity on defense, and a foul on the other end.
And it looks like we got a timeout on the floor. All right, wrong thing. There you go. But shout out to the 28, though. I greatly appreciate everybody that's been coming in, and all that good stuff, too. And plus, too, man, it's just like, I mean, I think right now this is probably the best momentum that, let's be real, that the Aces could muster. Is try to trim into it, even though, shit, I mean, like they said, the largest lead was now trimmed down to 5. No, I mean, that's something that's, well, if Seattle, let's see, okay, I'll explain it 2 ways. One, for the Seattle, if they can keep shooting how they've been shooting and try to, and let's be real, and I'll admit this too, out rebound the Aces. I think that's could really should secure a game 1 win on the Aces home floor. Now for the Aces, the key to them is just like they gotta be smarter with their shots. Now if they can do that, in quarter, for most of the second quarter, and now with Beckham and and all that, I mean it's going to come down to who's going to shoot, who's going to come down to shooting. That's all. That's basically what it is: shooting and defense. And I still feel like this, even though it's close as it is, 1 to 3 minutes to go with 5 points. Yeah, that's crazy. Appreciate it though, and also too, and for those who want to kind of catch this game, if you have cable or it's live on ESPN, but if you guys can't catch it, I got you guys covered. Whether it's like not just with the WNBA purposes, I could give you guys, if it's not hockey related, that can be cut out because okay. That makes sense. But like I said, I got you everybody for that. I really do. Well, yeah, but for those who are just coming on the Philly Sports Podcast YouTube page, I mean, yeah, the pinned comment does say, I mean, we're on the road to 1K. We still got we're very close to 700, which is really crazy in itself. We're 42 away from 700 live here on this channel. Yeah, another stuff I got guys coming up as well. Like I said, 7 o'clock later tonight. It's the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. Now the Sky, and let's get to that. See, that's a tough one because the Chicago Sky has been always good. I have not watched any Connecticut Sun games, so I think my buddy Coach Dante might be doing that game. But we'll see. But now we're back from a timeout break. And the first free throw from Brianna Stewart is good. Now it's back to a 6-point lead for the Seattle Storm.
She's proven to be a great winner in the W. But look at the last year of her life. She got married July 6th to Marta Chargai, won an Olympic gold in 2 days later.
And that is good as well.
Then had Achilles surgery, has come back never missing a beat. She is a candidate for MVP after already being named MVP Player of the Year. And what can she do?
So now we got Gray to Plum. What for 3? Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum now trims the lead down to 4 for the Aces. So now Charleston hands off to Stewart, Sue Bird. Now to Stewart. Pulls up for two. Down it goes off the glass. Good for two by Brianna Stewart. That is 12 points for Stewart. Good Lord. About under 2 minutes. And Plum, good for two. Back to a 4-point deficit for the Aces. And we got an injury timeout here.
Sue Bird saying, hey, she smacked me in the face. It's not reviewable? Let's take a look, Drea. Right there.
Make this the summer you realized.
So we got a timeout here. Kelsey Plum with a 3 and a layup. Now trims it down to 4. With the lead for the Storm. And that's a very good point, too. It's just like the fact that, let me see, where's that comment? Okay, someone made a good comment about that. Nope, that's not it. Where the hell it? Somebody made a comment about it, and that was a very good. Jesus Christ, got so many comments. It's all right. But I appreciate everybody coming through. I really do. It really means a lot. Especially, being, like I said, being late. I know, even though trying to be consistent with the WNBA. Well, the way that being a full time, working a full time job and stuff like that. And like I said, I try not to skip out on as much content as I tried not to. Because trust me, I think I lost a couple subs because I've been so busy with fucking work, but I'm not too worried about it though. But I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Shout out to the 33 viewers though. Greatly appreciate everything that's been you guys coming in. So now we got Bird. She thought about a 3. Locked on by Jackie Young. Under 2 minutes to go. Talbot for 3. That is no good. But rebound goes to Jackie Young, even though it was off the hand of Kia Stokes. So now we got Gray, and I'm taking the charge here. Oh crap, I can't remember her name. They say she was in she's on Seattle. I completely forgot her name now. Oh, tough 2 by Gray. That can't fall. And Charles comes up with the rebound. Now we got Sue Bird leading the charge, locked on by Plum. Now to Lloyd. I'm sorry, that's Charles. Now to Lloyd. Lloyd through the paint. Up she goes. That can't fall. And an offensive rebound, and that's good for 2 by Tina Charles. Now it's back up to 6 for the Seattle Storm. Now we got Gray. Now to Plum. Plum splits a couple defenders. Up she goes. Cannot get that to fall. Looks like she might have gotten blocked from behind. Stewart to Lloyd. Wide open 3. Down it goes.
The lead is back to 9 for Seattle. And a timeout taken by the Aces.
Aces taking another timeout here. Good Lord. But shout out to the 38 people that is in, actually 37. I greatly appreciate everybody that's been coming in, though. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's like, and that's exactly what I said. Poor closeout defense on the perimeter. That's always been. Yeah, that is absolutely. See, my point exactly. Like defensively, they're good defensively, but for some reason today they're really struggling offensively, which is not something that I would see the Aces. I mean, and when I looked at the Aces schedule overall, and look at the box scores from some of the games that they played, like that's not like them. No, I mean, yes, I know there were some games that they did struggle offensively. Yeah, sure. I mean, what good team doesn't? Well, not unless you're the Chicago Sky, who's been pretty good for all year. But like I was saying, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Becky's got to realize you cannot just not be one dimensional. A lot of times you're going to get beat on one side of the floor. Now that's what the Seattle Storm are doing. They're really exposing sometimes the weakness, which is the offensive end for the against the Aces. But the Aces just cannot get anything going. That's all I'm saying. But that's a very good point, though. Now, Plum now kicks out to Wilson, and Wilson gets fouled from behind. It's a reach-in foul on Stephanie Talbot. She can't believe it. Just one offensive rebound compared to 6 for the Storm. Well, most of it, I'm pretty sure all of that 6 is pretty much from Tina Charles. So she is a monster on the offensive boards. Looks like we're getting Epiphany Prince now on the floor for the Storm. So Talbot's got to commit her third. So now we got Gray locked on by Brianna Stewart on the outside, trying to find some help. Crossover, pulls up for 2. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. Now it's back to a 7-point lead for the Storm. Under 30 seconds to go. So now we got June Lloyd. Yep. And to Stewart. Stewart locked on by, looks like Asia. Let's say that's Stokes. Tough defense. That is good by Brianna Stewart. That is, Gray. That is good by Chelsea Gray. And we're going into halftime and down. Now it's easy. We're going into halftime with the Aces down. Now it's still trailing on their home floor. But shout out to the 42 that's in here, though. I greatly appreciate everybody coming in. Let me get to some comments here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Absolutely, because Asia Wilson and Kelsey Plum pretty much are like pretty much the main backcourt for this team, and Chelsea Gray comes in every now and again, depending on what the play call is. And not to mention this too. I mean, not having De'Erica Hamby also hurts them as a little bit too. That also helps them the defensive end of the floor, because De'Erica Hamby. Look at some of the games I've done with it when De'Erica Hamby was in the lineup. That team, I mean, defensively, they've been so much better defensively than what they're showing today. You know what I mean? Look, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kia Stokes yet. That's for sure. And I said this to him, and I'm just going to say it again. I think Seattle has come out swinging, because if you really think about it, because like the last 3 games, especially mostly in the regular season, Aces pretty much handled them no problem. Now, all 3 of them were close games. That's for sure. Don't get me wrong. Don't take that away from the Storm. Even the Storm was what last time. I think one game I did. I think they're like a game, like half a game, like a game out of the first place in the Western Conference, behind the Aces. And they had an opportunity to take first place over from the Aces, but the Aces just kept on winning, and just put the Storm in the pretty much in the back end. Basically, it's crazy enough. But like you said, Neat. It's the worst, and that's a very good point too. No matter what sport it is, when you get nerves in the postseason, that's the worst time to get fucking nerves, because that's gonna be all up in your mental game. That's gonna fuck everything up mentally. That's absolutely true. But the fact that what we're seeing from the Storm, good ball movement, good open looks for shots. Now I know some miss some tough shots, but it is what it is. But now, I think the biggest difference is the offensive is the rebounding. The Storm, and when I did a couple games with the Storm, when I called a couple of Seattle Storm games, that team has been pretty good when it comes to rebounding. Because I mean, think about it. He's got Tina and Charles are pretty much. Okay, so a lot of people bet Aces and over, so I get Storm +6. Okay, okay, interesting. Well, like I said, I'm not the kind of guy that bets, so I have more power to those who actually want to bet, though. I mean, I greatly appreciate everybody coming in. Well, yeah, so I mean, the other thing too is like, I think I said one of the games too. I think, that was against the Minnesota Lynx in the regular season when the Aces started out slow against the Lynx. I have said this too. I think I put it on record. Like Beckham's got to rip. He's got to tear these ladies a new one, because you cannot be a number 1 seed and completely just crumble, especially in the second round. Because let's be real. I mean, if I'm really seeing what if we're going to be playing late in the playoffs, good. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, other than that, like other thing from saying, I mean, it just seems like the Aces are getting out coached. Like I said, getting out rebounded, outscored. Well, not see out. Well, not like blown out, but outscored to the point where like they're also getting out. They're getting out. They're getting beat in the shooting category too, which is. I'll say it's embarrassing for someone who has followed the Aces for a short period of time. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like, yeah, exactly. Because you had a team like, because I mean, think about it. Because it came down to the last game of the season between the Sky and the Aces. Now I mean, look, trust me. I mean, you have like some really good teams. Like you got the Chicago Sky defending WNBA champs. Now you got the Seattle Storm, who has been there and done that in the championship. Now you got, and it's going to be weird looking at the Storm going down the road. Now that Sue Bird is going to be the first. That's a very good question. Let me check. SPM. All right, give me 1 second here. Absolutely. Just give me 1 second. All right. All right. Go to the box score. All right, just bear with me here. But shout out to the 34 though. Just hopefully ESPN can actually load on my computer. God damn. Okay. So I'm going to look at the box score and we can kind of discuss like some of the first half before while we're still at halftime. Let me get all this fixed up as well. So far in the first half, Aces so far has outscored the Storm by 4 in the second quarter. But in the first half, we have Stewart, who's finished the first half with 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. And just about 17 minutes, also went 5 for 9 from the floor. Stephanie Talbot, the other forward, she played 16 minutes so far in the first half, finished 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, finished with 7 points, 1 block, 1 steal, and 5 rebounds. And then we get the center, Tina Charles, who, let's be real, she's just a rebounding machine. In 15 minutes so far in the first half alone, she went 3 of 11 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, finished with 12 rebounds, 1 assist, and 7 points for a plus minus and a plus 8. You had Talbot with plus 13s, Brianna Stewart plus 8. Sue Bird, kind of a slow start for her in the first half. 17 minutes, 1 of 5 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3, finished with 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and finished with 2 points with a plus minus a plus 5. And then you got Jewel Lloyd. And so far in the 18 minutes so far in the first half, 3 of 6 from the floor, I should say, 3 of 4 from behind the arc, 2 assists, 1 steal, 9 points, and a plus minus a plus 7 for the Storm. But when it comes to the bench, though, Magmabor is pretty much their leading scorer off the bench. I mean, so far she's only played 8 minutes, 2 from 4 from the floor, with 1 assist and 4 points. Basically, it's where's pause that damn man, Jesus Christ. Now for the Ace, so far as a team right now in the first half, the Storm are shooting 17 of 43 from the floor, which is basically 39.5% from the floor. 4 for 11 from 3, which is a 36.4% clip, but they're shooting over 80 plus percent from the free throw line. Now for the Aces, that's going to be right now. You have Asia Wilson so far 18 minutes in the first half, 2 of 7 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3. Perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Finished with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and with 6 points with a plus minus a minus 8. Kia Stokes, I mean, nothing taken away from her. I mean, she played 17 minutes, 1 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3. Absolutely, and I said, and I exact same thing too. Or just tear this lady's a new one. Like there should be no night. It should be not playing nice, especially this time of the year. But kind of going back to the first half, I wish to say, Stokes, like I said, went 1 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3, finished with 7 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 points with a +-8 of -8. Chelsea Gray, 18 minutes as well, 5 of 8 from the floor, 1 from 3 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 from 3. 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 11 points from +, and -5. Mostly the starting 5 for the Aces are in the minus. Kelsey Plum, 17 minutes, 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 from 4 from 3, finished with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points for a +, and -7. But Jackie Young, 18 minutes, 1 and 2 from the floor, 1 of 1 from 3, and obviously going with 2 free throws to go along with that. Finished with 2 rebounds, 2 assists. With a +, and -9, finished with 5 points. Rupert coming off the bench, pretty much the leading scorer all on the bench. 1 of 1 from floor. The one shot was from 3. She's the only one that's in the plus category with a +, of 2, and for 3 points. But overall, as a team, so far in the first half for the Aces, 14 of 35 from the floor for even 40% from the floor. 3 of 12 from 3, which is at 25%, which is not great compared to the 36.4 from the Storm. But the Aces are perfect 100% from the free throw line. So from the first half, it just seems to me that the Storm pretty much are doing everything well from the 3-point line compared to, like I said, the Aces. Absolutely. Exactly. I mean, even though, I've watched the series between these teams. I don't know. It's just like seems to me that the Stormer is kind of a bit of a thorn in the side for the Aces. I think that's one of the, and same with the Sky, because the Sky is another team that I just feel like, and I love the Aces too. I mean, even though I'm kind of rooting on to see if because with the WNBA might expand, that's always been what I've been looking forward to, because I want to see Philly get one. Because if not, I'll also root on for the Aces going forward. Even though I kind of, like I said, I kind of get late to starting the WNBA and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I mean the Storm are pretty much just outbeating them on the rebounding game and shooting pretty decently from 3. Unlike you have the like I said, the Aces shooting 25% from 3, not great. And then you have Stewart, just going off for them. Pretty much, like I said, their leading scorer with 14 points. You got Seattle with the number. I would have thought Seattle would have had a bit of a higher seed of where they finished. But I mean, I'm trying to think how's it get me. Well, I think overall, it's just, you would think, like, for me, if I was a coach too, it's just like, I would have to, like, really get on their asses. Like, you should be playing a lot better than what you're really pointing out there. For a team that you worked, especially for the Aces, worked their asses off to get that number 1 spot and to have the best record in the WNBA. Because the longest time, I remember that was kind of pretty much with the, or in a short period of time, that was with the Chicago Sky. Because we got, Quigley, CP3, Candace Parker. Yeah, absolutely. But I think with Seattle is kind of realized, it's like, yeah, I mean, the Aces beat us 3 times. It's like, I feel like this is kind of like a bit of a revenge game for the Storm. Because and look at some of the box scores. It's a very in some of the games, the 3 games that the Aces played the Storm were very close. Yeah, it's crazy enough to see a good team like the Aces. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. That's another thing too. I really nitpicked about the Aces. Stop relying on the 3-point shot. Yeah, I mean, actually, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, right now the only leading scorer. That's okay. I gotta go. Like, even though, and this is, which is funny enough, I never get frustrated in for WNBA games that I usually do. But it's very embarrassing to see a number 1, like the Aces, who are good. Same with the Storm. And say what like there's some teams you don't want to take for granted. Like the Aces, the Storm, the Connecticut Sun. They from what Dante told me had been pretty good. The Washington Mystics. Sometimes that's another team. Sometimes a lot of people kind of sleep on because it's just like it's the Mystics. Well, I mean the Mystics have been pretty decently for the most of the year, but another team I think a lot of times like who was another team I'm missing off the top of my head? The Chicago Sky, the defending champs. Don't want to sleep on them either. But yeah, and that's another thing too. I mean, it's just like, for being a Philly sports fan, doing something that's not Philly sports related, especially with the WNBA and sometimes baseball, because the thing about it is too, like some of the streams like these, they tend to do a lot better. And don't get me wrong though. I mean, I've done a lot of Philly sports streams. It just the Philly ship has been pretty decently, but when I kind of like do games like these or just like any other like teams and shit like that, brings some different new viewership in here. Yeah, so let's see so pretty much Chelsea Gray is the leading scorer of this Aces team, even though she has been very limited on her shots. So the most shots is pretty much goes to Kelsey Plum. She's taken 11 shot attempts but made 4 of those 11. Like I said, of those shots. And the Aces don't have any timeouts, and that's kind of that's not great. The fact you're gonna 22. That's ridiculous. Like I said, it's embarrassing to see, and kind of go back to my thing on Tina Charles too. And when I first got doing these WNBA streams, is that Tina Charles was I think the fifth in the top 5 in scoring in the history of the WNBA. And the fact that she's the Mercury. Jesus Christ, I completely forgot about the Phoenix Mercury. Decided to let her go, and in my eyes, when I saw that news kind of come out, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, she's pretty much probably one of the better rebounders that I've seen on Mercury team. But I mean, they had some pretty other better scorers. So I mean, I felt like I don't know, but like we're getting ready. So since the so they're showing for Chelsea Gray, averaging over 16 points since the after the All-Star break, which is there you go. That's Chelsea Gray for you in the nutshell. And that's the thing too. Like, she is super fucking underrated. Yes, I know I have not watched the WNBA as long as any other people, but seeing what I'm seeing in a short time span, I can't be mad about that either. Because I have tremendous amount of respect for Sue Bird, and the fact that if she wants to get her 5th ring, I'm okay with that. Even though I want to see Las Vegas get one, though. So now we got Sue Bird. Now kicks out to Charles and now to Stewart in the post, and she gets fouled by Kelsey Plum. For the she is pretty good too, and absolutely. And there's going to be some interesting talent coming out of college and going to the WNBA draft. I know that for a fact. So now we got Stewart locked on by Plum. So it looks like Stewart got the mismatch. 5 seconds shot clock to Charles on the outside. And Charles, how does it get the friendly roll for Tina Charles? So now we got great. So Tina Charles, 9 points, 12 from the floor with 12 boards. We got Gray. Now to Plum. Plum, open 3. That's short. Rebound goes to Tina Charles. That's rebound number 13. Jesus Christ, that's a rebounding machine. So we got Breanna Stewart locked on by Wilson. Now hands to Charles, locked on by Stokes. Step one-legged fadeaway 2, I guess. Like a dirt and a whiskey fadeaway. No good, but rebound goes to Gray. She gets it to Jackie Young. She steps inside the 3-point line. Now hands off to Gray. Gray directing traffic to Kia Stokes. Wide open 3. That is too strong. I appreciate it, though. Appreciate it, Mo. I really do. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in, though. All right. I think a little chippy. I mean, that's postseason basketball for you. Now we got Lucy Breanna Stewart already directing traffic here for the Storm. Now kicks it to Jewel Lloyd. Lloyd, and that's going to be a turnover by the Storm. Shout out to the 39, though, that's in here, though. Now we got Gray. Now gets the screen set by Wilson. Now kicks to Asia Wilson. Now to Jackie Young. Young, now to Stokes. Stokes, she steps up for two. Down it goes for Kia Stokes. Absolutely. You can't do that for a woman that spent a good chunk of time, 4 rings. See, I really can't be mad about that. It's just like she's just one of those you really cannot. You gotta put respect on Sue Bird. Wilson top in the paint, double team off the glass, can't finish. Rebound goes to Charles. That's number 14 for Charles. Joy Lloyd, and she turns it over. And basketball picked up by Stokes. And here comes Jackie Young. She kind of steps inside and kind of backs out, try to get the rest of the offense set. That is number 4 for the Storm. And Gray for 2. That is no good, but rebound goes to Stewart. Or sorry, that's Talbot. Now hands it off to Sue Bird. Now she's leading the charge for the Storm. And Stewart hands it off now to that's Bird hands off to Lloyd. Also has Stewart on the outside. Lloyd for 2. That's no good, but rebound goes to Kia Stokes on a tough shot. And pump fake by Plum. Up she goes to the free throw line. Going! And that's going to be good for 2. And plus and 1 goes Kelsey Plum to the free throw line.
Let's not forget, Kelsey Plum is a lefty coming up with the right hand. Shot from her hip, spin on the basketball, puts it in.
It's good. So Joe Lloyd commits her second personal foul, and the 3-point play is complete. Now it's back to a 4-point deficit for the Aces with under 7 minutes to go here in the third. Now Kelsey Plum takes over as the lead scorer. Stewart for 3. That's no good. And that's going to be out of bounds, Seattle, and that's going to be Las Vegas basketball. So right now, this field goals on the score. Seattle's got 1 for 5, 2 for 7 for the Aces. Now we got Gray. Now take it up here. Now hands off to Wilson. Wilson now hands off to Jackie Young. She pulls up for 2. It gets the friendly bounce, and that's good for 2. Now it's down to a 2-point game with just barely over 6 minutes to go here in the third. A 7-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So Stewart. And that's good for 2 by Brianna Stewart. Now it's back up to 4. Now we got Young. Or sorry, that's Chelsea Gray. Taking on Drew Lloyd off the glass. Can't finish. The rebound goes to Tina Charles. Good Lord. And it's Bird. Bird now locked on by Plum. Now kissing Charles. Now to Stewart. Stewart. Tough defense. And Asia Wilson, just off the fingertips. And I do feel like the frustration, especially for Asia Wilson. Absolutely, that's for sure. That Kelsey Plum does when she catches fire. No pun intended. I mean, yeah, she does. Like I said, she's that spark plug to get the offense going. Lloyd for 3. That's be a good shot by Lloyd if that actually gets the friendly bounce, but that didn't go down for Seattle. But now Gray, or so that's Jackie Young. 2 back behind the back and cannot get the finish. Yeah, Stokes, what are you doing? You got to use the glass. No, that's all I'm saying. And now we got Sue Bird. Now gets the screen set by Charles. Oh, nice bounce pass to Tina Charles, and that is good for 2. That's another assist by Sue Bird. Now we got Chelsea Gray. Now to Young. Young locked on by Talbot. And Talbot will commit the foul on Jackie Young. That's going to be number 4. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing you don't. Oh, geez. And Talbot has been pretty good, too, in this game as well. So it looks like we got a timeout here by Seattle. Yeah, just that interior defense just was not there because Team Detroit. All right, but yeah, shout out the 39 that's in here, though. So we're going to run the timeout break here. Like I said, I mean, it looks like there's some nerves on both ends. That's for sure. But, I mean, with that layup from Tina and a good assist by Sue Bird, the interior defense was just not there. Because looked like Sue Bird pretty much drew a lot of attention. That allowed Tina Charles to get that backside and just took advantage of that. And I think that's what Seattle has been doing pretty well, is take advantage of the weak holes in the defense, or sometimes the defense it's crazy. But obviously, it's a good game though. Don't get me wrong though. But I will say I do agree. I mean, look, the fact that Sue Bird's already got 4 rings. I mean, look, she's already had she has a Hall of Fame career. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough because even though one of two things is like, I want to see Sue Bird get her last ring before her career comes to an end. But then again, another thing too, I want to see Las Vegas get a championship because the last time the Las Vegas was close to a championship was 5 years ago with the Golden Knights for the Stanley Cup, and that's something that's been, that would be very interesting. Then again, it's like I can't be mad at. Well, I'm very disappointed how the Aces have been playing, especially in the first half. But when, like you said to, no, absolutely. That's an interesting, yeah. Like you said, when Kelsey Plum gets everything going, that's when the team for some reason it just starts to play, actual Aces basketball. I mean, that's something let's be real. I mean, that shouldn't just the and like you said, and like a lot of people said too, you should not be having nerves at this stage of the year, especially in professional basketball. That's for sure. But looking at everything going forward, I do want to see Sue Bird get one because if like I said, don't want to jump the gun, but even though this series is a best of 5 series, so anything can happen, especially after game 1. That's all I'm saying. Now it looks like we're getting.
This was her 3rd foul at the end of the first half. It looked like she might have gotten all ball, and here was her 4th.
Yes, and that's showing Talbot committing her 4th personal. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the great part of Jackie Young. She's like, that she's there, but a lot of people don't see it that way. I like that. So now we get 2 free throws coming for Jackie Young. So he's try to cut in this deficit a little bit more. And the first free throw is good, and that's a 5-point lead for the Storm.
So Stephanie Talbot on Jackie Young, Stephanie Talbot on Chelsea Gray. That size aspect to her defense.
And the second free throw is good. So both free throws are good from Jackie Young. Now it's down to a 4-point game. So we got January on the floor for Talbot. So January on the outside. Now gets it to Charles. Guarded by Rupert. Pulls up for 2. Can't get the friendly bounce, but rebound goes to Wilson. And we got under 4:20 to go here in the third. It's a close game. It's a 4-point game. Now we got Young on the outside. I believe we got Sue Bird locked onto her. Now here comes Rupert trying to set a screen, try to get some outside help. Young to Plum. Wide open 3. That is short. Rebound goes to Sue Bird and a wide open pass. And that is good for 2 by Jewel. That's what I'm talking about. So first, that's crazy. So the first round, Sue Bird had 12 assists with 1 turnover. And Wilson, good for 2 by Asia Wilson. Now back to a 4-point lead. Now we got Bird. Now to Charles. Now enhances to Stewart. Back to January. January on the outside. Now drawing the attention of Asia Wilson on the outside. Now back to Charles. Charles in the paint. That's no good, but rebound goes to Ileana Rupert. Now hands off to Jackie Young. Shout out to the 45 viewers that's in here, though. I greatly appreciate it. And Young for 2. Down it goes! Now it's to a 2-point lead for Jackie Young. So Jackie Young trims it down to 2. That's the closest that this game has been. It's been so Lloyd, tough 2. Down it goes. Now it's back to 4. That's assist number 9 from Sue Bird. Then we got Ray. Up to the basket she goes. Gets the friendly bounce. Adds back to 2 once again. Stewart, and that's good for 2 by Brianna Stewart. Poor Doug. Can't even get the damn defense down there. So Plum and gets knocked away. And Lloyd going to the line for a 3-point play. Really, the best. I feel like Bess is an understatement. She's great. She's one of the she's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Shout out to the 48 coming in here, though. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in. So Jewel Lloyd to the line for a 3-point play. And the free throw is good. Now it's back to a 7-point lead. That's 16 points for Jewel Lloyd. Good Lord. Then we got Kelsey Plum. Now hands off to Young. Drawing the attention. Pump fakes. Gets Stewart off her feet. And we get a timeout. So we get it. Yep. And I can definitely see that. I mean, yeah, it's possible because, like I said, Beckham has got to do something to get these women to be smart with the basketball. Don't get me wrong, though. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third. It's a 7-point game. Yeah, shit. Shout out to the 47 viewers, though. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. 33 from my YouTube page. Greatly appreciate everybody coming from there. 4 from the Spotlight Sports Network as well. Appreciate for those who are just coming in over there as well. So now we got hands up to Repair. Now to Jackie Young. Young. Now to Williams. Back to Young. Steps inside for 2. Can't get it. And get an offensive rebound. Goes to Las Vegas. Raquana Williams for 3. In and out. Oh, that's very unfortunate. And you got Lloyd now taking it up here for. That shot's no good. Rebound goes to Williams. That would be great from out of the Aces. And we get a reach-in foul on Seattle. So January commits the foul against Kelsey Plum.
Last 2 possessions, Ryan, for the Aces offensively, they've gotten a mismatch with Asia Wilson and Jewel Lloyd down low, and they haven't been able to get her the basketball. Important for the Aces to remember who their MVP candidate is as well. When you get that,
we got Plum. We'll get to Williams on the baseline. Out to Jackie Young. Back to Williams. Open 3. Down it goes. So Raquana Williams with a huge triple, at least to cut it down to 4. With just barely over a minute to go here in the Now to Sue Bird. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd to Charles. To Stewart. And Stewart will commit the foul and will go in the line for 2. Oh, boy. That's going to be a second on Young. A shout out to the 48 total viewers, though. I really appreciate everybody coming in today.
Makes a difference because you see how Asia Wilson helps in that movement on the backside to create opportunities to her. It's something that you might not even notice, but her basketball IQ, even something so small like that makes a difference.
Becky Hammond, I thought, had a wonderful way of describing Susie attack earlier this season.
With an inbound here. There we go. 50 seconds to go here in the third. It's a 4-point game. Now Prince to Stewart. Serve a tough shot. Down it goes for Breanna Stewart. Damn it. That's a tough shot. That's 20 points for Stewart. Plum to the basket and go to the line for a 3-point play. Not safe. Now try to trim it to 3 before the end of the third. Goes Kelsey for Kelsey Plum. And that is good. There we go. 60-57. Now we got Lloyd on the outside, guarded by Jackie Young. Lloyd. Now it's to Stewart. She pulls up for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Kelsey Plum. Yeah, it will be hard. Well, you got to think, too, it's a best-of-5 series, so there's going to be some chances. Spin 2. That can't fall. And that's going to do it from the third. To the Yo, what up, Adrian? What up?
And they went back to this matchup multiple times. Breanna Stewart on Jackie Young. That is
Man, Breanna Stewart is something else. That's one special talent that the Storm had. The fact that the fact that she went number 1 overall to the Storm, I thought that was an interesting choice. Well, even though when I did rewatch, I want to reach the replay of it on YouTube and whatnot on the WNBA draft. It was very interesting to see someone like Breanna Storm. Now, I will say too, when the women's college basketball comes around, trust me, I'm going to do a lot more homework because I know there's a couple talent that's going to come out in this following WNBA draft. I mean, like Leah Boston. I know that she's pretty much the most talked about, highly touted prospect in women's college basketball. But yeah, see, now that's tough. Like I said, the MVP race is going to be very interesting. Who wants it more? And as much as I love Asia Wilson, but I think after today, I'm going to have to give it to Stewart. As much as it pains me to say, and I love Asia Wilson to death because I love Sark. I mean, Dawn Celia has produced great talent, but just I think Breanna Stewart, I think it might be the obvious choice for the MVP. I mean, but yeah, but appreciate. I heard it. Yeah. But because if I'm not mistaken, too, she might be out for the year with from what I've understood, it was an ACL tear that she tore her ACL, and she might not be playing. She might have this upcoming season. She from what I've understood, she. Well, yeah, that's crazy to really think about. But shout out to 53 total viewers though, and the 41 from the Philly Sports Stop Podcast YouTube page. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in. Well, I think the most. I mean, damn, just trying to. The fact that it's close. So we got Chelsea. Some Chelsea. See what Chelsea Gray has to say. Hey, I mean, as you say, defense wins championships, and so Seattle is pretty much outscoring them in the fast break point category. So here we go, fourth quarter underway. It's a 3-point game. So now we got Jackie Young. Well, that depends on where you go. And just a tough shot by Plum. The rebound goes to Sue Bird. What up, Butterfly? What up? And we got, that's Prince. Now gets to Bird. Now Plum gets her attention, and Stewart sets the screen. Now to Lloyd. Lloyd with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tough three. That's no good. The rebound goes to Asia Wilson. And Wilson with the handoff from Raquan Williams gets it right back. Raquan Williams on the outside, drawing the attention of now hands off the Plum. And we have a foul away from the basket. That's going to go against Seattle. Shout out to the 55 that's in. Kyle Dunn, what's your team, football team? I want to add. Shout out to 56 though. I really appreciate that. Oh, I do. I'm very grateful for those who are just coming in. Williams for two. Down it goes. Now it's a 1-point game. Oh. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not trying to be biased, but I'll do Patsy. Interesting. Lloyd, good for two. Now it's back to three. Damn it. Okay. I respect that. And Gray now gets the ball back from Young. And looks like Stewart's going to. So it looks like. That's going to be tough. It's hard to tell because these teams have been shooting shots back and forth. It's been. Woo! And Gray for three. That's no good. But that was a good-looking shot, though. But Stewart comes up with the rebound. Now Stewart kind of pumps the brakes. Kicks out to Prince. She goes open three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Charles. They've got back to Bird. She opens up a three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Wilson. Yeah, a lot. And that's what happens nowadays. People rely on the three. Young, tough two, cannot fall. And Seattle coming up pushing on the offensive end. Two from Jewel Lloyd. That's no good.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's shot by Jackie Young. That's a quick shot. No one back in offensive rebounding position. It's 1-on-2. Get a good shot here if you're the Aces.
And Stokes loses it. And that's taken away by Epiphany Prince. Now she takes it up with the Storm. Now to Stewart. And Stewart's going to draw the contact. That's going to be more free throws coming for Brianna Stewart. But shout out to the 61 people that is in here combined from all this platforms coming in. 49 from the Philly Sports Stop Podcast YouTube page. Greatly appreciate that. From Facebook. From the Spotlight Sports Twitch. Really appreciate everybody coming in, though. It really does. So 22 points, 9 to 15, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks for Brianna Stewart. I feel like that would solidify the MVP for Brianna Stewart. So it's an. And the second free throw is good. Now it's back. Yeah. Shout out to everybody coming in. So Stewart pretty much is responsible for the 6 of the Seattle's points so far in this quarter. And we got Wilson. Long pass to Plum in the corner for 3. Down it goes. Now it's back to a 2-point lead. Ooh, Kelsey Plum with a huge 3. Absolutely. Now we got Magma board, and she gets blocked by Wilson. That's going to go out of bounds. Defense has been solid so far for the Aces. So, ooh, there we go, 6:35. So now we got Jewel Lloyd with the ball in her hands. We got a foul. Kelsey Plum. That's, oh, Jesus. Shout out to the 70 that is in here, though. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Shout out to everybody. I welcome everybody. There we go. Stewart for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Wilson, and here come the Aces. And Gray with the ball in her hands. For 3. Down it goes! Raquana Williams for 3. You got the W. This is game 1 between the Storm and the Aces, and we got a timeout on the floor. What up, Salvador? We got Mark Davis in the building, and oh my Lord, Raquana Williams with it. I don't know what you can ask for someone like Raquana Williams or any other player in the WNBA to make a huge shot like that. Woo! Good Lord. Wow. With the defense all up in her face and just hits a dagger. Hit, like, if you're, that's, like, you look at the word definition dagger. I know a lot of people think, other, like, different moments too, but this moment in particular, that's going to be one of the huge moments in the WNBA playoffs. Especially, I mean, it's not over yet. Now the defense has got to be smart. Got to be smart. I'll say this too. I'm going to give a lot of props to. That's who it is. Gabby Williams. I couldn't think of her goddamn name. I couldn't think of her name. Well, yes and no, Butterfly. The first half, oh, good Lord, the coaching was offensively just had been not say horrendous, but just could have been a lot better than what this game or what this was showing. And this also goes back to the regular season too. These two teams right here know how to put on some good games against each other. Damn, I gotta take a drink of water. Ugh. And good. Oh, and come on, damn it. Stinking camera. My apologies. My camera does not want to work with me today. Blah. Yeah, that is true. Oh, Jesus Christ. Start. Oh, damn it. There we go. Damn, camera's not working with me today. And not just Raquana Williams. I've seen other teams that have some of these sneaky players coming off the bench or that are in the starting 5. Like you said, Jackie Young, another one that has been very quiet, but she knows what kind of shot she'll take. But yeah, I mean, so far, look, I'm really enjoying this game right now because it's a good game. I'll say this too, it's better than the blowout games. I can tell you that much when I did in the NBA. Well, let's be real, the blowout games kind of sucked. They were boring as hell. All right. Trying to see if I can get hopefully. So 7 number 1 overall picks. He had Sue Bird, Tina Charles, Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Stewart, Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, and Jackie Young. I got this game today, and I got the Braves and Cardinals game later today at 7. It is a close game. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong, man. This shit. So now we got Lloyd on the outside, down 1, drawing the attention, and we got an offensive foul on Seattle. Seattle just turned. So Raquan Williams draws an offensive foul. Let's see. By 1 point. It's been a good game. I will admit that. Yeah, Key. The score does not lie. Raquan Williams hits a dagger, and damn it! And of course, the Aces commit their offensive foul. Bleh. I don't remember that one. So we got Talbot. Wide open pass. Looks like to Charles. Back to Talbot. Screen set by Stewart. Now here comes Talbot. Talbot to the paint. Hands it off to Charles. Charles drives. Up it goes. That's no good. And rebound goes to... if the defense holds up, I think the Aces might squeak it out if the defense holds up. Gray. Talbot to Plum. Plum through the paint. She goes. Up it goes. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Oh. Now it's to a 3-point lead for these Aces. Aces now on the 8-0 run. And here comes Lloyd. Tough shot. Down it goes for Jewel Lloyd. Absolutely. Not a problem. Shout out to 75 total viewers in this stream. Greatly appreciate it. So now we got Gray. With under 5 minutes to go here. Williams for 2. That's no good. And that's going to be Seattle basketball. Off the hand of Stokes. So now we got Lloyd drawing the attention of Raquan Williams. Lloyd on the outside now draws the attention of, gets a mismatch with Asia Wilson. Lloyd. And that's a turnover off the hands of Stewart. Here come the Aces led by Chelsea Gray. Run the offense. Gray up to the point. And that's going to draw. And it looks like Chelsea Gray is going to draw the foul on Seattle. That's going to be 2 free throws. Let's see. Yeah. Stewart. And the first free throw is good. Shout out to the 79 that is in here, though. And both free throws are good. Now it's to a 3-point lead. Now Lloyd run to the point for the Storm. Now it cancels up to Bird. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd up to the basket. She goes, and that is good for 2. Now it's a 1-point game. With under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. And we got and that's 20 points for Lloyd as well. Gray. Wide open 2, and that is good. Now it's back to 3. Chelsea Gray. Oh, boy. So now we got Lloyd blocked on by Williams. Williams now draws the attention to Charles. Thought about a 3. She steps inside, drives to the basket, and that is a tough 2 by Tina Charles. So that's 13 points for Charles. It's already a double-double for Tina Charles. So now we got Gray. And that is going to be a jump ball. Shout out to the 82 that is in here, though. I really appreciate it. We get a jump ball between.
She starts going downhill with a tight handle.
Okay, that makes sense. Shout out to the 82 though, and Seattle wins. Talbot on the and Jackie Young picks the pocket of Stephanie Talbot. Oh boy. We got Gray. Now get some help by Wilson to the outside. Nice. Ooh, good deep. And we get another jump ball. We got 2 seconds on the shot clock. Actually, no, there we go. Shout out the 84 though. That's in here. And we get another jump ball, but at least we got a timeout here on the floor. And also, don't forget this too, Butterfly, that the Aces prior before they relocated to Las Vegas, they were the San Antonio Stars, so they do have some San Antonio connections. Because I mean, you had Kelsey Plum and I think also Asia Wilson played before they actually recorded. Yeah, shout out the 80 and 62 from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast YouTube page. Shit, absolutely. That's the reason why. I mean, look, Wade Phillips is another guy I would thought would be coach of the year. Because I still think he still knows how to lead a good team like the which is crazy enough and surprising. And shout out to Key in the buildings that she's in the chat though. She didn't know that, which is crazy. And I didn't even know that too when I looked at it. It's like, really? Because you would think it's like, they would like just cut their losses with San Antonio. But shout out to 79 total viewers that's in here. 61 from the Philly Sports Podcast YouTube page. Hey, welcome everybody. The 7 viewers from the Spotlight Sports Network as well. Welcome from the Twitch, 7 from Facebook, 1 from my Twitch channel as well. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Hey, Key in the building. She knows where it is with the WNBA, and I hope her Sparks will do something. Holy crap! Because let's be real, the Sparks. Oh, good lord. Yeah, she also played. Yeah, the San Antonio Stars, and that's the reason. Absolutely. Smash that thumbs up and definitely share everything out because I got a lot. Because the fact that the fact that this game has 7 number 1 overall picks, that's fucking nuts to me. That look, I get it. The way that Superbird's playing, she plays like a number 1. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome. Last 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. It's a 1-point game. Good lord, I'm already on the edge of my goddamn seat already. Yeah, shit. I mean, if the Sparks get lucky with the number 1 overall pick, I would not be surprised if they made the choice to go for Aaliyah Boston because that if you have not watched her highlights, I'd recommend you check out Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina. And then later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Sky and the Connecticut Sun will play for Game 2 in the NBA and the WNBA playoffs. That is crazy. Shout out to the 85 though. Yo people are amazing. Now we got Stewart, 2 potential MVP winners jumping off, and Aces will win the tip ball or the jump ball. And I had to get the. I do have the Sky beat the Connecticut Sun. Shit. So then we got Stewart. Not to mention, I think Stewart also trained with Tim Duncan, too. Tough shot for Stewart. That can't fall. Rebound goes to Wilson. And yep. I think if I'm not mistaken, too, Dante might have that one. And that's going to be a turnover by
It's a missed opportunity for the Aces.
And off the hands of Gray. Like, literally, like... So now we got Lloyd on the outside. Lloyd. Now drawing the attention. Now kicks out to Spurd. Now to Stewart, who draws a double team. Maybe a triple team. Now kicks it back to Bird. Talbot to the basket. Kicks out to Lloyd for 3. Down it goes. So Jewel Lloyd hits a 3 of her own and puts the Storm up by 2. That is 2. I think most of us do. I'm one of many because I mean Chelsea Gray for two. Down it goes, and the game is tied at 73. All right. So I got Lloyd on the outside. Right. And Lloyd going to the line for two. It looked like Lloyd took a bit of a bump.
You know the crossover is tough when it hits the ground and starts to spin. And that's what happens on Chelsea Gray's crossovers. Leaner. Just beautiful basketball.
I appreciate it though, man. Ain't that the truth, man? It's such a good game though. And the first free throw is no good by Jewel Lloyd. Oh, that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and so Stormers now up by one. Here we go. So now we got Gray now taking it up here for the Aces, locked on by Lloyd. And Gray try to get some help out there. And Plum. And that's going to be out of bounds off the hands of Kelsey Plum. With I got to fix the damn game clock.
There was already so much congestion in the paint. See, everybody collapsing. Tina Charles, active hands again. So active hands on Chelsea Gray, active hands on Kelsey Plum. This time it's a turnover.
So that's the fifth turnover for the Aces so far this quarter alone. That's a 1-point game. So 43 seconds to go. Lloyd for three. Down it goes. And that is going to be a dagger. Yeah. I wouldn't say go for that far. But these two teams are probably, one of the three best teams in the WNBA. Let's keep it real here. Like,
Definitely a two-pointer. That right foot in front of the line. But it's hard because you see the mismatch on the inside. And the defense, you hesitate for just a second because you think she's going to make a pass or try to get the ball.
hey, look, that was a good. Hey, look, I can't deny that. I can definitely think this is a series because I think these are two, if not the two best. Well, actually, like I said, I'm wrong. Let me rephrase that. I think one of the top three. They do have the finals. I think that's also a best of 5 series as well. That's a best of 5 series as well. And let's say hypothetically, if the Storm do win a championship in the last year of Sue Bird, I will be number one. I'm not going to be mad about it. Number two, like, you got to let Sue Bird go off on a high note. Let's be real here. You got to let someone like a Sue Bird's caliber go off on a high note. Like I said, man, if the Aces lose, hey, look, GG's to the Storm. Like I said, I don't get frustrated. Look, like I said, you have one of the top 3 NBA. These two, and also the Chicago Sky too. Don't forget about the Sky. Another team that's been, pretty good as well in the WNBA. Hey, not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, yeah. So it was a long 2. And here we go. And Plum steps in for 3. That is too strong. And Charles comes up with her, 17th rebound? Damn. I think at this point you should just turn the shot clock out already. Shout out to the 100 total people that's in here, though. 3 in and out. And we get a timeout called. All right, now we got to fix the damn game clock. Says they want to take a timeout at last goddamn minute. That's the thing too. Like for me, I want to get the women a chance because like I said, I mean, like I said, and even like when the first WNBA game I did was, you know, was this oh god, it was the Mercury. I forgot the other team off the top of my head. I think I'll look back in my back catalog. But like I said, I mean, no, I really do appreciate people coming in. Or are you coming from the Spotlight Sports Network as well? I mean, we're also coming to you live over there as well. But I really do appreciate for those who are just coming in. I mean, I even talked to a lot of some like good old friends too. Like, just I want to try to get this, some chance. So I see, if I can draw some viewership, at this, for this year. Because don't get me wrong though, I'm going to do a lot more WNBA next summer. Mark my words on that. And I'll try to do some more playoff games for the WNBA. Don't. Damn. Yeah, freaking. Plum for three. That's no good. You know what? GG's to the Storm, man. I like I said, I can't be. Absolutely. But other than that, I mean, look, GG's to the Storm. All right. So the Storm hold off and come with trust and that one shot by Lloyd. That'll do it. That'll do it for sure. Let me just kind of just do all this really quick. But yeah, so far, absolutely. Look, GG's though. Like I said, I mean the Aces, they played hell of a game, despite the fact that the offensively in the first half was complete horrendous. It was just bad. Like if you're talking about having an ice cold start, how the Aces did in the first half, like that should tell you, like that really kind of showed, bits and pieces throughout this entire game one. That's for sure. I mean, Stewart. I mean, look, that I think. Let's be real. I think she's going to be a good, interesting MVP choice. That's for sure. As much as I want to see, Asia Wilson take it, but I think overall, I still feel like not Wilson, but Stewart, the kind of performance she has put on. Now, if everything goes according to plan, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if like I said, I mean, I think Breanna Stewart might be the most. I said, heavily favored to win the WNBA MVP. That's for sure. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of the shots she makes, it's like it kind of. Absolutely. I mean, it's just like a lot of times, like I feel like the Aces got in their own heads. I feel like that it was more of a even though there were a lot of mistakes on the court, it just seems to me like they were just. I just feel like especially in the first half, I feel like they were kind of like their mental game was not there. What you would typically expect from a team like a number one seed like the Aces. I mean, you don't see like the Sky being like that. I mean, that's what I've always you would think as well. But like I said, I mean, GG's to the Storm. I mean, what a shot by, like I said, Raquan Williams hits a big shot of her own, and you have Jewel Lloyd pretty much sealed the deal with that 3-point shot. And you think also Nisha had a long two as well at the same time. But, like I said, the Aces, dropped game one by 3 on their home floor, which, like I said, I'm not going to be too upset about that. I mean, I don't forget too, Adrian, I'm going to be live in the next couple of hours or so. So I got another stream. Got you guys covered. So trying to be a lot more streaming today. But yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, it was fun to do the game one of the semifinals. It was a really great game. But with that being said, the Aces dropped game one by 3 to the Seattle Storm. I mean, I thought Breanna Stewart played her ass off. Even though I know, and Sue Bird, I mean, let's be real. I want to see her get her last ring. Yeah, I'm okay with that, but yeah, other than that, I think it was a great game overall for game one. But with that being said, if you guys are new, definitely smash the like button, hit that subscribe when you guys are new. We're on the road to 1K. Yeah, it's been very fun. If you guys want to come back and tune in for between the Braves and the Cardinals, you're more. You know where to find me. I'll be live in about 7 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock on the West for those who are for my West Coast viewers. or different time zones where you may be watching. Greatly appreciate everybody coming on. Oh, it was a doozy, that's for sure. But like I said, with that being said, the Aces, they gotta come out, play better tomorrow. Well, what's today? Today's actually no, they gotta play better on Wednesday. That's for sure. But tomorrow, and don't forget too, Adrian, I got your Padres tomorrow night as well at 9:45 Eastern time. And for those who are my West Coast viewers, they will Giants or Padres fan, you're more than welcome to stop by because I got that game as well. And we're gonna see what else is going on, man. It's just I thought that was a fun game. Like I said, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate everybody coming in, whether coming from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, where you may be watching this. I really appreciate some. Oh, and there goes my camera. Jesus Christ, my camera does not screw up on me. So, with that all out of the way, if you guys are new, definitely smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. You guys are new, and definitely share out the content, share out my channel. I mean, I really appreciate you trying to get some new people in because I like talking to some new people. And I appreciate the recurring viewers that's been coming in as well. But like I said, I'll try to see. Hopefully, I'm not working Wednesday. If not, I'll try to see if I can do game 2. If not, I think my buddy Coach Dante will got you covered on that as well. But with that being said, I thought game 1 of the semifinals was a blast to do. It was pretty fun. But other than that, if you guys like MLB baseball, come join me at 7:00 Eastern time for some more for some Sunday night baseball. And so that's all I have. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast and the fellow representative of the Spotlight Sports Network. I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys at 7 p.m.